Hello, Belinda Mills. How are you?
Good. How are you, Michelle?
Good, thank you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule because, girl, I know you're busy.
Yeah, it's been a little crazy lately.
Yeah, so tell me about that. Tell me about you and tell me about your business right now. What's going on?
So obviously, you know that we have NorCal Property Team. Sherry's my business partner. Um, we have one buyer's agent, two admin. So just with the changes in going on with COVID and everything like that right now, it has been kind of a learning curve for all of us. Um, but we have managed to maintain a steady flow of business considering everything that's going on.
So it's kind of like a new norm now.
Yeah, a lot of new policies, procedures, things that change every day. So we're working through all of those, and then Sherry and I are touching base numerous times a day because everything changes so quick. And then just keeping our team updated on everything that's going on is really important. And then also just helping other agents too that are in the business that maybe are not from a big brokerage like Keller Williams, that are not being explained a lot of the things that are going on and how much new paperwork we have and new guidelines and procedures we have to follow. So just making sure everyone's doing the right thing and staying in accordance with compliance, things like that.
I would have to say, if I can, if I may, you and your partner Sherry always come from abundance.
Yeah.
Always come from, and you are always so busy, but you actually take a time to talk to our agents if they need support and other agents from other brokerages to help them, to support them, to get through the contract, to get through the transaction, and to help their buyer or seller and make them look good, basically. And I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to obviously help as many people as we can, but also especially there are a lot of newer agents or agents that don't have quite as much experience, and sometimes get just kind of lost in a transaction. So um, since they're going to be in the industry for a long time, let's all work together to train them right. So then on the next transaction you do with them, it's a lot easier, it's a lot smoother. They understand everything that's going on.
Exactly, exactly. So you're looking at the long term, you're not looking at the short
Yeah.
term.
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah.
And that's nice. I really, really respect that from you guys, and I appreciate that. So,
Yeah.
and
Thanks.
you definitely show the KW culture, always coming from abundance and sharing and helping, any way you can, which is so nice. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate the
Yeah.
support.
Yeah.
Tell me about your wins that you've had during this time. 'Cause a lot of people
Um,
look at the negative, but there's really wins
yeah.
there.
Yeah. I mean, once this started happening, we actually constructed a letter just from our team and sent that out to all of our clients by email, followed up via text, phone calls, and we got kind of like an overwhelming response from all of our clients by just doing that, just checking in, saying hello, see how you're doing, if there's
Right.
anything we can help them with. And it was, we had no intentions of trying to pick up clients or anything like that. We were just coming from a place of just checking on everyone. And from that, we ended up with
Right.
an abundance more. We had clients coming out of the woodwork for some reason.
Wow. Wow. That's a nice win.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
coming
So,
from your heart.
yeah. Yeah. So
It
that
pays
was
off. It pays off, right?
right. Yeah. It absolutely pays off. I mean, just reaching out, checking in, see how everyone's doing and what we can do to help them. And a lot of people came back to us and were like, well, we are thinking about selling. Can we sell during this time? We want to move. And it's like, absolutely you can. It's just we have to follow a lot stricter guidelines and have to be really careful about what we're doing. But yeah, it's everything's doable. It's just a matter of finding ways to do it.
Right. It's a different kind of a transaction that's now going to be the norm.
Right.
Okay. So how about this? With the changes that have happened, is there something that you're like, oh, thank goodness, because I love this change. This is going to work for the future.
No, not yet.
That's so funny. I like the Zoom. And in the beginning,
Right.
go ahead.
Yeah, it's just been it's been a lot of changes, and it's ways to try and work around them. And we were already doing, like, on our listings, we're already doing photos, virtual tours, videos on all of those. So that wasn't something that we had to incorporate into our business.
Right.
I think probably the hardest things were not being able to meet with clients, especially for listing appointments. Extremely difficult to show properties, which has eased up a lot now. I don't know what the positive is going to be yet, but it's just, it's been a challenge, but we've managed to work around it. I mean, nothing's impossible. We tried to keep it as normal as we could with what we had to work with.
Right, right. So that's good. That's good. I like that. Tell me about like a greatest opportunity for you personally that has come through this that you've received.
Personally, I think just spending a lot more time with obviously close family that you're either already living with, or like I've been able to see my brother, which has been good because he hasn't been really going out, and he has a condition where he would be more susceptible to COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been lucky to be able to see him, done Zoom calls and everything with friends and coworkers and everything, which it's been kind of nice being able to work from home a lot more,
Mm-hmm.
and get things done that way.
Yes.
So I think maybe one of the positives is everybody's working a lot more virtually,
Right.
which is probably going to have a big change on how real estate's done in the future too.
Oh, I totally agree. I totally agree with that. What else? Let me think. So about your team, what is the what is the value NorCal brings to the set? Are you frozen? I think you are.
Yeah.
There we
Okay.
go. Are
I
you
just
there?
heard what was the value.
Yeah, just the value of NorCal. I mean, I know what it is because I deal with you with, you're part of our team, our family for, gosh, since 2012. You were my second recruit or third recruit. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing how your team has come full circle. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just I like
Yeah.
the longevity of your team. I really, really respect that.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that has to do with how Sherry and I just work together. I mean, we get along great. We have the same outlook on how a business should be run, how we run it together, um, and just how we treat our clients, and our objectives and our goals and things like that are very much similar on all aspects. So I think that's what has allowed our team to flourish the way it has
Mm-hmm.
and continue to grow. Um, so I think those are probably like the main things that I feel like I mean, our goal as a team is just to make sure our clients are treated right, fairly, honestly, and if it doesn't work for them, we don't do it. So that,
Yeah.
that that's it. I mean, that's the bottom line of everything.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's integrity. So that's good.
Yeah.
If what would you suggest to somebody who's thinking about growing a team, who's been doing very, very well, and now they're at a point where they have to grow a team? What classes should they take? What pointers do you have since you've been doing this for a while?
I think it depends on what kind of team you're going to grow to begin with, because I mean, Sherry and I started out as business partners. We've been business partners ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Some agents just want to be the team leader and it just be their team. So it kind of has a little different aspect that way. But I think some of the things that we've learned along the way is when you're hiring people, make sure you hire the right people. And I know that's said so many times by so many people, but we've made the mistakes like everyone else of hiring the wrong people. And we've come to realize it's so much worth being patient and waiting for the right person. And even if you think, I mean, our admin, we didn't think that she would come back and work for us.
Right.
Because she was an agent and she was working other businesses and stuff like that. And we were just like, hey, we want you back. We don't care what we have to pay you. We're like,
Right.
because she is so amazing. She just does everything. We don't even have to tell her what to do. And we realized how much they're worth. And like our TC, like we couldn't function without those two people in our business.
Right. That's good that you see that value. That is so good.
Right. And then you want team members that are going to be team players too. Like our buyer's agents, it's like, they're just great. I mean, any of this can go to anyone on our team with anything. And somebody's always there to help or do whatever they can to make a transaction go through, or even in their private lives too. So it's like we're just like a big family.
That's neat. That's really, really nice. I like to hear that. I do. If I was a new agent, what would you suggest to me to get like my business going? How do I get my business going?
Just start, obviously, building your database. I think some of the things that are important in the beginning is just trying to get out there as much as you can. Like, obviously, right now we can't do open houses, but it's weird. You have people come to open houses that you never think will see you again, or even like leads online that you're like, this is a garbage lead. And 6-12 months, I mean, I've even had one guy come back 5 years later.
Wow.
Either sending out something or reaching out to him at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And they just keep your information for years sometimes. So it's just putting people in your database, nurturing them, and just staying on top of that is probably the main thing. And then just working hard, because it's not an easy business to do. And you have to treat it like at least a 40-hour work week. I mean, you've got to go in, you've got to put the hours in every day.
Right. You have to. Yeah, I agree. Whatever you put into is what you're going to get out of it, bottom line. It's simple, but not easy, right?
Right.
You know, and that's important. So what classes have you taken with KW that's helped and support you?
Oh, man, we've taken so many classes.
What were the ones that stood out for you?
I mean, obviously, career visioning is one of the big ones, and we've taken that a couple times, which is great. Different instructors, which is also great to do it with, because each one you pick up different nuggets from. I've taken a couple classes with Ben Kinney and Chris Suarez about just building your life. And those were even some of the most valuable classes I've taken.
Right.
I can't think of all the ones I've taken off the top of my head.
With KW, we help you build a business, but we also help you personally, right?
Yeah.
So it allows you to flourish in your business when you work at it that way. So it's kind of like working from the inside out, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And you've been to Mega Camp, Family Reunion?
Yep. Numerous times. Yeah. I don't remember how many times, but yeah, we try to have the whole team go almost every year. We don't make it every year. But we do try to get to those, as many of them as we can. And if at least one of us can go, then we can bring back the information for the rest of the team too.
Right. But it is probably hard for you guys all to leave at one time. Yeah.
But I mean, we've done it before, and we survived, and nothing came crashing down, and it was business. And I mean, it's 4 days for.
And plus, we can work from our hotel rooms, right? We can work from anywhere. Look what's going on right now, correct? You know.
Yeah, and I mean, usually it's weird. Like when you go on vacation or you go to one of those events, business picks up like crazy. It's just how it goes.
Yeah. What would you like to share this afternoon? Anything that's like been, what would you like to share? Anything with me?
Like about like what we're going through right now, or
whatever you want, whatever's on top of mind.
I just think probably, even though we're going through like these really kind of crazy times right now, it's really valuable to have a really good support system. So like, as I said, Sherry and I have talked to each other probably 2 or 3 times a day through this whole thing. And we usually talk to each other a couple times a day, but I feel like through this, we're bouncing a lot more things off of each other. And then also just reaching out to our other agents with kind of questions and things that are coming up, because there's so many different scenarios and situations coming up right now that we don't all have an answer for how to handle it in our transactions. And then reaching out to other people that may have been through it that could help you resolve an issue is kind of beneficial too, because everyone is in this situation together. We're all trying to learn how to figure out to get through it.
Right.
So just communicating with everyone, keep communication lines open, and just understanding things that are going on in the market. It's not always the person's fault. And
right.
yeah, just being open to everything that's going on and try not to put too much pressure on ourselves and on buyers, sellers, anyone that's involved in the whole transaction.
Right. That's very good. That's very, very good. You know what? I really appreciate you taking the time. This was important to me, and to get to know you and get to know what's going on right now in your life and business. So thank you so much, Belinda. And we wish you well, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.